Did you know that what you perceive as reality is an illusion? Plato's Allegory of the Cave suggests that most of us are living in a world of illusions, unable to see things as they truly are. Think about a time when you were judged based on a first impression or stereotype. You probably felt misunderstood. You know that the impression you made does not define you as a person. This concept challenges us to consider the limitations of our judgments and the potential for a deeper, comprehensive understanding of people. For instance, you might assume someone is unfriendly because they are reserved and shy, but as you get to know them, you discover they are kind and thoughtful. Plato's allegory encourages us to look beyond surface appearances in our relationships and seek out the true beliefs of individuals, fostering deeper and more meaningful connections. Let's explore how this ancient philosophical concept can help us break free from our mental chains and see the world with new eyes. Plato's allegory, presented in his work, The Republic, describes a group of prisoners chained in a dark cave where the only light comes from a fire that burns near them. The fire projects light onto a blank wall that the prisoners face. The prisoners watch shadows cast from the light of the fire. This limited perspective becomes their entire reality, as they have no knowledge of the world beyond this experience. Let's break down the key parts of this image. The cave represents our psychological and social limitations, the limited perspective of our understanding. Just like the prisoners in the cave can only see the shadows in front of them, we only see things from our own experiences and biases. The chains that hold the prisoners represent the conditioning and beliefs that limit our ability to see true reality. These chains aren't made of iron, they're constructed with ideas, customs, and assumptions we get from our culture and upbringing. They restrict open-mindedness and make it difficult for us to question or challenge what we know. For example, consider the widespread belief that you must thoroughly and precisely plan your career path to achieve success. Many people fear uncertainty and feel like a failure when they fall behind or off the path. But what if embracing uncertainty could lead to unexpected opportunities and true fulfillment? Imagine a professional named Emma who works in a corporate job. Emma believes that she must meticulously plan her career path to ensure success and stability. She spends a lot of time and energy mapping out her future, setting rigid goals, and trying to control every aspect of her career progression. This mindset causes her a great deal of stress and anxiety. On the other hand, she has a deep passion for painting, which she only pursues in her limited free time because she believes it's not a practical career option. One weekend, Emma starts to act on her highest excitement by dedicating more time to her painting, without worrying about where it might lead. After burning out, she soon lets go of the relentless drive to outperform her colleagues at work, and instead focuses enjoying the creative process. As she continues to follow her passion, she shares her artwork on social media. Her paintings quickly gain attention, leading to unexpected opportunities such as commission requests. Emma feels excitement she hasn't experienced in several years. She changes jobs that allows her more time to paint and pursue her passion. By living in the moment and pursuing her excitement, Emma discovers a new career path that brings her immense joy and fulfillment, one she would have missed if she had stuck to her rigid, pre-planned approach. This rigid mindset was like a chain that prevented Emma from being open to spontaneous opportunities and the flow of life. The shadows on the wall represent what we think is real, the world as we believe it to be. Similarly, we often confuse our interpretations and perceptions for the actual truth, not realizing what things seem to be and what they really are. Consider social media. We scroll through perfectly curated photos and posts, believing that others are leading flawless, happy lives. We might feel inadequate or envious, comparing our behind-the-scenes struggles to these polished images. In reality, these posts are just shadows, carefully edited snapshots that don't show the full picture. By mistaking these curated moments for the whole truth, we overlook the fact that everyone has challenges and difficulties that aren't visible online. What do you think lies beyond the cave? Outside the cave contains true reality and knowledge that goes beyond our limited views. This idea challenges us to think about what truths might exist beyond what we currently know. Consider the belief that certain emotions should be suppressed or ignored. Many people grow up thinking that feelings like sadness or fear are bad and should be hidden away. Let's consider James, who tragically lost his brother in an accident. Overwhelmed by grief, James finds his work performance slipping and withdraws from his friends and family, no longer returning calls or responding to texts. His sadness consumes him, isolating him from the support he desperately needs. Bottling up emotions and holding on to unresolved grief doesn't serve James. By avoiding talking about his loss, or even allowing himself to cry, he prevents himself from healing and finding closure. James attempts to open the door to fully feeling and expressing his sadness in a healthy way for him by questioning his rigid belief and practicing more self-awareness. He tries his hand at coping mechanisms like meditation and discussing feelings with a grief counselor. This process helps him understand and release his emotions, which leads to healing and personal growth. At the center of this outside world is the sun, which Plato uses as a symbol for ultimate truth and enlightenment. Just as the sun illuminates the physical world and allows us to see, the search for knowledge and wisdom illuminates our understanding of reality. Consider how often we accept information at face value in a world of instantaneous communication through devices and social media, without questioning its source or validity. We might base our worldviews on shadows cast by the media, social norms, or personal biases, never realizing that a broader reality exists beyond our immediate perceptions. The chains of social conditioning are relevant to everyone. Our beliefs about politics, culture, and even ourselves are often shaped by outside influences that we may not notice. These chains can prevent us from considering alternative viewpoints or questioning deeply held beliefs. Plato's Allegory encourages us to question our beliefs and perceptions, to break free from the limitations of our personal caves. We have to free ourselves from these restraints to transcend the limitations of our understanding into true enlightenment. The journey towards enlightenment is not easy. We can be easily misled and our false beliefs seem unbreakable. For example, imagine someone who grew up believing that success is only measured by wealth. It can be very difficult for them to understand and appreciate other forms of success, like personal happiness or helping others, because their belief is so strong. This shows how tough it can be to change our deeply held views and see the full picture. However, the discomfort in change is a necessary step in the process of growth. As we pursue truth, our understanding gradually expands. Plato describes, slowly, his eyes adjust to the light of the sun. First, he can see only shadows. Gradually, he can see the reflections of people and things in water, and then later see the people and things themselves. This progression illustrates how our comprehension of reality evolves over time, moving from simplistic interpretations to more detailed and accurate perceptions. The journey to enlightenment requires actively learning and reflecting on yourself. Plato emphasizes that genuine learning is a challenging process that demands us to question deeply held beliefs and critically examine our assumptions. Education in this context is not simply the accumulation of facts, but a transformative experience that reshapes our entire worldview. Next, we'll explore how you can apply these principles in your own life. 1. Question your assumptions. Start by questioning your beliefs and assumptions. Think about where your ideas come from and if they might be based on incomplete or biased information. Choose one belief you hold strongly, such as a political view or a cultural norm. Write down why you hold this belief and where it originated. List any evidence that supports this belief. Seek out credible sources or perspectives that challenge this belief. Spend time reflecting on how these new perspectives make you feel and whether they influence your original belief. 2. Seek diverse perspectives. Expose yourself to different viewpoints to broaden your understanding of reality. Just like the freed prisoner gradually sees the world more clearly, we must do the same. Make a list of people you know who come from different backgrounds and make an effort to have meaningful conversation about their experiences and viewpoints. Read at least one book or article each month from an author of a different cultural or ideological background. Watch documentaries or films that highlight different cultures and perspectives. Travel to a new place, even if it's a different neighborhood in your city, to experience diverse lifestyles. 3. Embrace lifelong learning and find your highest frequency. Lifelong learning is key to personal growth. The journey from the cave to the outside world symbolizes the ongoing process of learning. Write down a list of all of your passions, what truly brings you joy. Find a way to act on your highest passion in every moment. This could be as simple as taking a walk or having a cup of coffee with a friend. Enroll in an online course or workshop on a topic you're curious about but unfamiliar with. Set aside time each day for learning. Join a local club or group that focuses on a hobby or subject you're interested in. 4. Develop critical thinking skills. True knowledge comes from reasoning and philosophical inquiry, not just what we see or hear. Practice identifying logical misconceptions in arguments you hear or read. Make a list of common misconceptions and refer to it regularly. Engage in debates or discussions with friends or online communities to practice defending your viewpoints with evidence. Solve puzzles and play strategy games that require careful planning and thinking. Analyze news articles or opinions critically, noting any biases or assumptions. Applying these principles can lead to personal growth. Remember, this process of enlightenment can be challenging and face resistance. People often resist new ideas that challenge their beliefs. You may have resistance to change your belief systems, so start with simple actions. As we begin to accept that our view of reality might be limited, we must adopt a new approach to understand the world. Plato's Allegory of the Cave lays out a blueprint for personal growth and social evolution. The main lessons from this allegory are our guides for the journey out of the cave. The journey is not centered around reaching a final goal, it's about continuous growth. Each new insight we gain leads to further questions and greater understanding. Therefore, the pursuit of enlightenment becomes an eternal cycle of discovery and rethinking. With this in mind, ask yourself, what illusions in my life am I mistaking for reality?